Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will show you how to build Netflix clone. In this project, you will fetch all the trending movie at the hero banner like this, and we can see more info. A model will appear. In this model, you can see the movie. You can play here like on the YouTube, like mute, unmute, or enlarge, and make it smaller. Below will have all the information of this movie. You can close it by clicking the close button here. And if you continue to scroll down, we'll fetch all the movie belong to each genre. And we have so many genres here with all the updated and new trending movies. And even here, if you Baby, right, it's very popular. If you click here, you even can see the movie with all the information down here as well. And if you like this movie, you can add this movie to the list. So I will click here to add to my list and the button from add now to remove. So I will close it and I will add another movie as well. For example, this movie, I will add this movie as well. Close it. Let's try another movie. Add this movie as well. Now we will go here and then click to my list. So it will lead us to my list page. And in this page, again, you can see the movie you like. And if you want to remove this movie from your list, just again click this button to remove it. Immediately that movie removed from the list. Right here, you even can search the movie as well. For example, I search the Marvel movie and click search. So it will appear you all the movie belong to that topic. You can see the title here, results for the Marvels. Click here, same thing. A model will appear for you to see the movie and you can add to the list. Close it. Or if you type something like mistype, for example, I type like scary, and then if you search, there will be no results because I have a mistyping here. And even no results, they will not give you any error. They just give you the title, no results here. Go back to the home page. You can see the navbar here have a transparent background, but if you scroll down, it will have the background black. So it's very like beautiful and convenient. Right here, we can go home, go to my list page and log out. So when we log out, there is no user login. You cannot go back to the home page. For example, I go back to the home page. It will lead us back to the login page. So all the routes, all the link of the project is protected. Only we have the user login, then we can see the movie. I will register a new user for you. So right here, a user have a username is Ngọc Mai. Email is ngocmai@email.com. And if I don't have a password, I click John Free. I will see the error here appear for me. And I need to type the password. So Ngọc Mai. And if I didn't have a like certify the password required, the error also appear here as well, thanks to the React hook form. So we will use React hook form to validate our form. And then go back here. Now I will add the special character. The error immediately disappear. And then I will say some number as well, John Free. After we register, it will lead us to the login page. Now I will have the email. And for example, I typed the wrong password. And let's click let's watch. You will see there is a host appear here, invalid credentials. So I need to type the correct password to log in. Now I log into the home page again and perfect. We go back to the home page. This project is also responsive as well. So you can see here is very responsive. So for the small screen, this link will disappear. But don't worry, when we click to the profile icon, the drop-down menu will appear here for us to choose the page. And we just need to click again to disappear the drop-down menu. Scroll down. Here you can scroll horizontally to choose the movie you like. And I like this movie. Perfect. So it's all mobile responsive. I will close it. So are you ready to build this beautiful project with me? Let's get started. On the desktop, we will create a new folder. And then I will name this folder is our application name, which is CineHub. And I will drag this folder into the VS Code. I will enlarge the window. Right here, we will go to Terminal, New Terminal. Now we will initialize the next project. We will have the command npx create dash next dash add latest. And then we will have a dot slash to have the next app inside the Cineher folder. Enter. It will take 1 minute to create the app project. So right here, would you like to use TypeScript? We will say yes. Sorry. Yes. Would you like to use ESLint? We will say no. And we will use the Tailwind CSS, so we say yes. We will not use the source slash directly, so I choose no. And yes, we do the app router, so we choose yes. Just import the default and then we can change later, so we choose no. It will install in 1 or 2 minutes. Now, the next app is created inside the Cineher folder. We will install some packages. So say npm install. The first thing will be add emotion slash react. Then add emotion slash style, because we will use the icons material. Add MUI slash icons dash material. We also use bcrypt JS for hash password. So bcrypt JS and Mongoose for data management. We will have a Next Auth for authentication and React hook form for validation when we are login or register. And React hot host when we have a wrong credential when we log in, so it will show the toast. And the last package is Tailwind dash scroll bar dash hide, because we will have like a scroll bar like at horizontal when we fetch all the movies, but we don't want to show the scroll bar. That's why we need to have this package to hide the scroll bar. And enter. Now just wait 1 or 2 minutes and then we will go back. Now if you go to package.json, then you will see all the packages we just installed here. Okay, so I will make it smaller. And now we will go to the app. So I want you to delete this favicon here, and then in the GitHub link below, you will find the favicon file and just copy and paste here. So I already copy and paste the new one, and you will see this is our favicon. Now go to the public. Please delete our 2 files here, and then in the GitHub link below, you can download the assets folder and then paste it inside the public folder. Okay, so I already paste all the assets folder inside the public folder, and you can see this is our folder. Now go to tsconfig.json, and at the part when we import something, I don't want we have the slash here, you can remove it. Now go to tailwind.config.ts. In the GitHub link below, you will find all the code for this file. Please copy and paste it here. So I already pasted here, and then we will have some custom font size for the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 with different font weights. So we also have the body bold, body semi-bold. So this one to configure the font weight and the font size. And I also have the custom colors as well. So we have all the custom class name. We will go to the globals.css and then delete everything here. Go to the GitHub link below and copy all the code inside the globals.css and paste it here. So I have all the rebuilt the class name. So we don't need to make a lot of time to style our project. We just need to have the class name right here and then just put it in our code. And I promise I will do the separate video just for the Tailwind CSS styling only. But in this project, we will not focus on the styling. We will focus on the functions only. So I will close all the tabs here. And let's move to the app folder. So in this app folder, we will have two more folders. The first folder will be the auth. So this folder will be used for login and register pages. And the second folder will be the root. So this folder we will have the home page, the favorite list page, and the search page as well. So what I am doing is I will have the route groups. If you scroll down, when you see the image, you will understand. So this is the folder. So we put the folder inside the parentheses like this. So this means like we will group the about and the blog pages inside this marketing folder. But this folder is not in the link. It will not put in the link. It's just for organize. So whenever we see our project, we will like have a more organization. So they have a different group. The first is marketing, the second is shop. So like us, we will have the auth for login and register pages. And the root is for the home page, the search page, and the favorite list page. Now I will move the page .tsx inside the root as well as the layout inside the root folder. So if you go to the layout.tsx, you need to change the directory. So right here is not only one dot anymore, it will be two dots because the global.css file now outside of the root folder. Okay, so I will change the title. I will have the title is Cine and the description can be next 14 Cine website or Cine project like this. So Next.js, okay. And if you see the completed project, you will see our background is black. So I will add the background color inside the layout file. Right here in the class name, I will put it in a dynamic string. Outside of the inter.class name, I will add the background color. So bg.black-1. So this is the custom color. If you go back to the tailwind.config.ts and scroll down the colors here, you will see this is the hash code for the black-1 color. Now let's go to page.tsx. I will delete everything and I will say AFCE. Change the name to home. And you can delete this import. Now you can run our application npm run dev like this. Enter. Okay, so this is our website, and you can see the home is here because the color of the text is black as well. That's why it's hard to see. But we have the background color is black. That's good. And you can have a different name here because I want to show you the completed project, and the Scene Hub will be the project we are building right now. Okay, so first thing we'll need to have the navbar. The navbar will have the logo. This is the links. This is the home page link, and this is the list. We will have the list after we create the art. But I want you to fetch all the movie first, and then we can go to the create user and login later. We also have the search bar here, and this icon is just for the mobile responsive. So in the responsive mobile, we will not have the link here. So we will add all the link into this drop-down menu. Okay. Now I will have side by side. So when I code here, you will understand why I have that code. In the components folder, we need to create it. In the root directly, create a new folder. We will call it components. Inside this components folder, create a new file called navbar.tsx. And you can do RAFCE. So the first thing will be the logo. Inside, I will have a link imported from next/link, and you can delete the import react. We don't need this. And this link, we will have the a thread that lead to the home page. So just only one slash. Inside, we will have the logo image. So this is the image. Have the source equal to slash access slash logo.png. The int equal to logo, and the class name equal to logo. The div here for the whole navbar, so we will have the class name equal to navbar. And if you want to see the styling, you can go to the global.css, and I already have the command here, so you can easy to find it. So we have a navbar. So this is the styling for the navbar, which is sticky, because when we scroll, it will sticky on the top like that. And top 0, we have an index is 10 flex, center item, justify between, and some padding. Go back to navbar. Now we will move to the nav links here. So below the link, I will have a div. And inside this div, I will have the class name equal to nav-links. And if you want to see the styling, just go to the global.css and see the styling. Now I will have 2 links. The href for the first link equal to homepage as well, so 1 slash. And inside, I will say home. The second link, the href will go to my list. So in order to avoid the error, we need to create the my list page. Go to the root directly, create a new folder called my list. The name need to be matched. Enter. And then inside, create a new file called page.js, tsx. You can do RAFCE. And then change the name to my list. So it will not give us an error. We will do my list at the end. Okay. So right here, the text will be my list. And I will also have the class name for this link is nav as link, but no s. The top here, we have the s, but each link, no s. I will copy this class name and then paste it below as well. Now we will move to the search bar and the profile icon here. So you can see if I enlarge it, this is on the left, this is the center, and this is on the right. So now we will have another div with the class name equal to nav-right. So it will include the search bar in the profile image. Inside, I will have a div, the class name equal to search. And inside this search, we will have an input. This input will have the placeholder equal to search movie. ... We also have the class name equal to input-search. And the value, we need to have the use state first. So on the top, we will say const search and set search equal to use state and import use state from React. And the type for this search will be a string. So right here, I will have the type equal to string. Now we can have the value. So the value of this input equal to search. And on change equal to event, we will set search equal to e.target.value. Beside the input, we will have the search icon. So right here, I will have the search icon imported from @MUI/icons material. And the class name equal to icon. You can go to Google and search for icons material or MUI. Okay, like this. And go to material icons. You can have all the icons here. If you say search, it will show you all the results. You can pick another icon if you want, and just remember to import it from MUI icons material. For example, you can have this icon or any icon you want. Okay. So this is the search bar. And inside the nav, that's right, we also have the profile image as well. So below the div of the search, we will have the image. So this image will have the source equal to slash asset slash profile underscore icon dot jpg. The class name equal to profile and ant equal to profile as well. Now we will move to the drop-down menu. So right here, I will have a const drop-down menu and set drop-down menu. We will have the use state, the type equal to boolean, which is true or false. After we have the states, we will go to the image and we will have the on click. So right here, I will have an on click. And I will have the function. So the function is I will set the drop-down menu to opposite to the drop-down menu. So what does it mean? So if it's open, it will click again, it will close. If it's closed, it will click, it will open. So it's just opposite to the previous state. And below the image, now we will have drop-down menu and in. So if the drop-down menu equal to true, we will show the drop-down menu. So will be a div. This div will have the class name equal to drop-down dash menu. And inside, same thing, we will have the link of a home and my list. So I will just go to the top, add the nav links, and copy 2 links here. And paste it here. But I need to remove the class name. Remember to remove the class name, okay? Because the fonts and the color will be different. So this is a smaller font and it's a black color. This is a bigger in a white color. So remove the class name. We also have the logout here. So I just have the anchor text right now. And I will say logout. So when we do the auth for login and register, we will come back to the drop-down menu and add the sign out function here. Now, in order to show the navbar, we need to import the navbar to the home page. So I will delete the home and I will import the navbar from the components folder like this. And if you go to the current project, you will see it's failed. You know why? Because we use the use state. So if you use the use state, we need to use the client component. And in default, all the component will be server. So we need to add use client. So if we have the use client on the top, this component will be the client component, not the server component. So just enter again. Perfect. So you will see now we have the navbar. And one more thing. So right here, the navbar have the transparent background. But if I scroll down, see, you will see the background change to black. So how to do it? So right here, I will set the state const is scroll. And set is scroll equal to use state. The type is boolean. And in the beginning, it will be false. Then I will use const handle scroll equal to the function. And inside, I will say if the window dot scroll y greater than 10. So I will set eScroll equal to true. And else we will set eScroll equal to false. So when we scroll, okay, the window dot scroll y will be greater than 10, right? For example, when we scroll down, it will be greater than 10. And then we will set the eScroll equal to true. So if we scroll, we will have the black background. So go to the navbar, and right here, I will change to the dynamic string. And beside the navbar class name, I will have is scroll. Then we will have the bg dash black dash one. So it will have the black background here. And we need to have the use effect to trigger the event. So I will have use effect. And inside the function, I will have window dots add event listener. So the event is scroll and the function will be handle scroll. After that, we will return window.remove event listener. So we need to clean up the function to remove the event listener when the component unmounts. Okay. So I will put the command here. Clean up the function to remove the event listener when the component unmounts. Now go to our website, and it will be hard for you to see because right here we cannot scroll. We don't have anything to scroll. That's why we cannot change the background here. But after we fetch out the movie and when we have the scroll bar here to scroll, you will see the difference. Okay, now we check the drop down menu. Okay, so we didn't have the logout. Let's check. Sorry, I put the logout text inside the href. Okay. Now we have the home, my list, and logout. Okay, so the navbar now is good. We will start to fetching the movie. And now we will have the hero banner here. Okay, then we will have all the movie cards below. Go to Google and search TMDB. So we will have the movie database website is here. So this database is popular and up to date. So we will have all the updated movies. And then on the top, we can log in or join TMDB. So click join to the TMDB and the username can be your name. And you will have the password. So I already filled the password and the email here. You can click sign up. So this username has already taken. You have to pick another one. So after sign up, you will need to verify your account. So you need to go to your email and then verify your email. So in your email, you will receive this email verification required, and you need to click activate my account. It will lead you back to the login page. Sorry. So because I already activate, so it will lead you to this login, and then you need to log in again. Now you will get to your dashboard. So you go to more and go to API. We will have a developer. And then right here, scroll down and accept. The application name will be CineHub. This one you can use localhost 3000. And this one you can say Next.js 14 Cine website to um, to fetch all the movies for practicing coding. Okay, just like that. And now you need to fill all the information here. So after you fill all the information and click submit, it will lead you to this page. So in this page, you will have the API key and API access token. We will copy the access token and put it in the .env file. So I will copy. In the root directly, you will create a new file called .env. And inside, we will have the key name is next underscore public underscore access underscore token equal to and paste it. This one next underscore public, you need to have it when you name the key. Okay, it's very important that you have to put the next underscore public in the front. And you need to go to the git ignore and add .env here. So .env. So when you commit to GitHub, the .env will not be committed, so it will be safe. Okay, so now we already have the access token. Go to Google and search TMDB developer. So we will have the get things started like this. So you will lead to the page developer dot the movie db mean database dot org slash reference slash info slash getting started. So right here, we will know how to fetch all the information we want. For example, I want to fetch the movie and the trending movie. So you can search, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, right here, trending. So in trending, we have movies, we have people, and we have TV. So I only fetch the trending movie. I can go to the movies. And you need to log in, yes. So log into the account you just created. So this is the account I just created. Go to the API reference again and scroll down to the trending. Okay, right here. So click movies. You will see this is the URL we will need to fetch. Okay, so right here we'll have all the languages. So in the server, we will need to fetch by using Node. But if in the client component and you want to fetch the URL, you can choose the JavaScript. So right here, JavaScript. But don't worry, in this video, I will show you how to fetch by Node and by JavaScript both. So beginning, we will fetch the database trending movies by using Node. So we will have the access token here. It's already like filled automatically because we log into our account. So we already have the header and scroll down. So this is the code. This is the code we need to fetch. Okay. So I will have the request.ts file to copy all the code here. So go back to the VS Code and in the root directory create a new folder called lib, mean library. And inside lib folder, I will have a new file called request.ts. And inside the request.ts, I will export a sync function. And this function will be get API response. So I will have the sub underscore URL as the string. So this is the parameter. And inside, I will have a child and catch. For the error, we will console.log the error. And then we will return promise dot reject error. So in child, I will go back to the API and then I will copy from const URL. Okay, so const URL until. So okay, you can use copy here. Just click the copy here and then paste it inside the child. So I will not have the fetch here. I just only have from the const URL and right here. Okay, I will copy the whole thing here. So in the beginning, HTTPS until /3. I will copy and go to .env. We will have another key. This one, the name is next underscore public underscore API underscore URL equal to and paste it here. So this is the base URL because like everything we fetch will be have this base URL first. I will show you. So you see this is the base URL and this is will be the sub URL. That is the parameter we put inside the function. For example, go to people. So you will see the same thing. So from the beginning until /3, sorry, will be the base URL and this one will be different. For example, I will search the movie. So you will see this is again the base URL and this will be the sub URL parameter we will add later. Depending on whatever we fetch, whatever we want to fetch the database, we will change the sub URL here. But this thing is fixed. So after we have the key here, go back to the request. And right here, I will change it to the dynamic string. So will be equal to the dynamic string. And right here, I will have process dot env dot and copy the name. So the name is next underscore public underscore API underscore URL. Again, next underscore public is like very important. You have to put it in the front. If you don't put next underscore public, it's not working. Okay, it will not working. So you need to have it. So I will paste the name of the key here. And as I explained you, this one will be the sub URL. So I will delete and I will have sub URL like this. So whenever we want to fetch, we will have the URL like this. And now the options will be same. So right here, this is the asset token. So just delete. And then you will put the like this. So we need to put in the dynamic string first. And then process dot env dot go to dot env and then copy the name of the key. Go back to the request and then paste it here. Okay, perfect. So right here, I will change a little bit. I will have the response. So const response equal to await. And then remember, see, we'll have the fetch the URL in the option, right? So we will have fetch URL and comma options, same thing. And const data equal to if the response dot okay question mark, then we will have await response.json. Otherwise, we will have Ramis dot recheck response. So you can see it will be same. First we fetch, and then we have the response equal to response.json. You can see here data equal to response.json if the response is okay. And then we will return the data. So I will just delete this. So this is the request.js configuration. Now we will fetch the trending movie. So in the root directory, create a new folder called actions. In this actions folder, create a new file called movie data.ts. And right here, I will export const fetch trending equal to async function. So we will have a const data equal to await. And then we will have the function, this function, get API response. So get API response imported from leaf/request. And then what? Go to the API and then go to the trending category. We will fetch the trending movies. So this is the, from here, trending/movie and time window. So this is the sub URL. You can choose day or week. You can see here, hat params, we have a time underscore window. We will have day or week. So I will choose week. I will copy. And then right here, I will paste it. Remember to put in a string, okay? And the time window will be week. Perfect. So you even can check here. Look at the URL. So this is the whole URL. Yeah, until here. We need to fetch. So this is the trending/movie/week is the sub URL. And I want to try. So I want to see the response structure. So you click try it and then scroll down. So this is the response. And first we have the object, a big object. Okay. And in the biggest object, we have a page. Is our first page in the results. So this is the movie. So the results is the array. And in this array, we will have all the trending movies. And each movie will be an object. In this object, we will have all the detailed information of that movie. So we need to have the trending movie equal to response.results. Okay. We need to go to the results. So right here, after I have the data, it means the response.json. You can see here in the request TS, we have response we have a data equal to response.json. And now I will say const changing equal to data.results. So this will be an array of all the trending movies. Right here, I will return trending. And because this is the TypeScript project, so you have to get the interface for the result, right? So for the movie, we need to have the interface. In the library, I will create a new file called types.d.ts. And right here, I will export interface of the movie. So in the GitHub link below, I want you to go inside the types.t.ts and copy the interface for movie and paste it here. So I already paste the interface movie here. And don't worry, I will explain you. So if you see the results array, and then in each array will have an object. So as I say, each object will be each movie. And I have to do all the interface based on the data here. So adult is false, so that's why it's Boolean. Background underscore path is the string. You can see this one is a string. ID right here is the number. So this is the number. Same for title. Okay, original language, original title. So you can find here original title and title. You will see why I have original name here because some object they will have original name, some object they will have original title. I already checked. So that's why I put it here. Like if they have a name, then they will have original name. If they have a title, they will have original title. But you can base on the data, and then you can like define the type of each property here. So just want to save your time. I already prepared for you. If you want to write by yourself, you can check the data here and write it by yourself. Or you can check the type according with the data here. And then if something wrong, you can fix it. So now we have the data for the trending movie. We will start doing the hero components here. In the components folder, right here, create a new file called hero.csx rafe and delete this import react. So I will have a const changing equal to await. So if I use await, I have a thing here. So we will await fetch changing function imported from actions/movie data right here. So we will get this function, okay, and then it return changing movies here. But we only have one movie, right? So I want to have const random number equal to math.floor, and then we will multiply changing not length. So the random number here is like I don't want to fetch a fixed movie. So in the array, right? If you say like const movie equal to changing, and then right here we say, oh, I want to fetch the fourth movie or the first movie. Sorry, the first movie is 0. The second movie is 1. So you can see here, whenever I refresh the page, you will see it's a different changing movie because I use the random number. So if you have the random number, you will have a different changing movie whenever you refresh the page, like this. But if you have the fixed number, like this, if you have a fixed number like this, every time it will just only fetch exactly same movie, and it's not interesting, right? So that's why I have the random number here, and I will have the random number inside the square brackets. So this movie will be replaced every time we refresh the page. Now in the hero, I will have the hero component. Sorry, hero card. So I will have the hero card component, and just create it. A new file. I will have hero card.tsx rafe, and then import the hero card. Okay, I want to have the separate components because this component will be the client component. And if I use the client component directly in the hero here, for example, I don't have the hero card, everything I will put inside one component. I cannot fetch the movie by using this function. So in the server components, you can do it. Okay, this is for the function for server components, like await and then fetch changing like this. Okay, and we have the async function here. But if this is the client component, you need to fetch different way. You need to fetch the API route, in which I will show you later, because later we'll also fetch the movie in the client components as well. And at that time, you will see the difference, how to fetch in server components and how to fetch in client components. And I know in hero car will be the client components. That's why I need to put in separate components. So this function will not be affected. Right here, I just need to pass the prop. So movie equal to movie. Or you can say changing movie. So we have changing movie. Oh no, because, oh yeah, it's fine. So we have a changing movie and paste it here. Here as well. So it's have an error here because in the hero card, we didn't pass the block yet. We need to have the interface for the block changing movie. So let's go to the hero card and right here, we will pass the changing movie. And then I already have the interface movie in the types.d.js, like this. So we will import that interface. So right here, I will have another object and I will define the interface. So changing movie equal to movie. Import from library/type, like this. Okay, sorry, I need to put it outside. So now if you go back to the hero, the error is disappeared. Okay, so now we will have all the HTML inside the hero car movie because we already have the data. Okay, so I will delete this. The big div will have the class name equal to hero. And inside this div, we will have the hero background. So the class name equal to hero underscore, sorry, dash background VG. And inside this background, we will fetch the image. So I will have the image, and the source equal to, so it will be a dynamic string, okay? First, we need to have the base image URL. So let's go to the library and have another file called constant.ts. And in the GitHub link below, you will find the constants file and you will see the base image URL. Copy and paste it here. So I already pasted. This is the base URL, https://image.tmdb.org/t/p and /original/. So go back to the hero card. First, we need to have the base URL first. So base image URL imported from library./contents. And then after that, we will have changing movie, okay? Changing movie, question mark, dot, background, underscore, path, or movie, changing movie. So changing movie, question mark, dot, poster, underscore, path, like this. So we'll have the base URL first, and then we will have the background underscore path, or we will have the poster underscore path if the background underscore path is node is undefined. You can see the data structure in the response here in the API website. You can see this is the background underscore path, and you can see this is the string. So this string we need to fetch after the base image URL to get the image. Or this one is hard for you to see, you can console that log here. So let's console that log. I will console that log, the changing movie, okay? So let's go to our website right here. And then let's go back here. Okay, sorry. I need to have the hero in the page, right? So let's go to the home page and then add the hero components. Okay, now you will have the changing movie in the console. So this one, we have the Okay, so this is because in the movie data, I forget one slash here. So that's why we have this error. Okay, so now you can see this is the data, right? So let's go to the hero card. We will have the background underscore path, and we will have the poster underscore path. So if there is no background, we will go to the poster. Okay, so that's why I have an or operator here. And you also see this is the image. Okay, now continue. So I will make it smaller. And after the image, I will have the image will have the source and will have the ant as well. So ant equal to trending movie. And the class name equal to hero dash background dash image. So on the top of this background, we will have the name of the movie and the overview. So if you go back to the console log, you can see we have a title. So some movie, they will have the name here, but some movie, they will have a title. And we will have the overview as well. So this is the overview. Okay, so make it smaller. And below the image, below the div hero dash background, I will have the H1. So the H1, I will have movie question mark dot title or movie question mark dot name. Changing movie. Okay, so I just copy and paste it here. And the class name equal to hero dash title. So this is the movie name. And below the H1, I will have a B tag with the class name equal to hero dash overview. And inside, I will fetch the trending movie question mark dot overview. To make sure there's no error, you always need to have the question mark in the front. So if it's no or something, it will not give us the error. After the overview, we will have two buttons here. So below the B tag, I will have a div. And this div will have the class name equal to hero dash buttons. So BTNS. And the first button will be play now. Play now. And in the front, I will have the icon. So this icon will be play circle outline. So play circle outline. You can check this icon inside the MUI icons website, or you can pick another icon. As I already showed you the website, you can go there, check the icon, and pick whatever you want. So the class name for this button equal to hero dash button, but without the S. Here with S, but each button will know S. And I will just duplicate. So the second one will be more info. So more info. And the icon will be info outline. Okay, so let's go to our project. Perfect. You will see this is the name of the movie, and this is the overview, two buttons. But here there is one overlay to make the background darker. So I want to have the background darker so we can see the text here, right? It's too bright. So below the image, I will have another div. And this div will have the class name equal to overlay. So it will make the background darker. See, it's darker. It just refreshes the page, so it's changed to another movie, but it's darker, so we can see the text now. Okay, so I will enlarge. Yes, perfect. Just refresh. It's a new movie. And now let's go to the movie here, fetching by genres. Okay, so in the movies database, you can go to the genres. So here, the genres. So I will go to the movie list under the genres. Okay, so we will get the movie list of each genres. So right here, so I will try it. And then you will see we have all the genres here. This is the object, and then we go to the genres. We will have the array of all the genres. So genres can be action, adventure with the different ID here. So what will I do? Let me explain you. First, I need to take all the genres first. I need to take the list of all the genres. So I need to take this list, okay? I need to take this list. And then I will go to the movie details. No, discover movie, sorry. So go to this discover movie, open in a new tab right here. So we will have the with genres. So this is the link, okay? This is the URL. And we will have the params. So right here, we will have the with genres. So right here. So we will have the param with genres. And then right here, I will pass the ID. So this is the ID, right? For example, I will pass the ID 35. 35 is a comedy. So I will put 35 here. So this is will be the URL. So with the genres, so you can see with genres equal to 35 and then giant. So this will be all the movie of comedy genres. Okay. Again, first I will go to the genres, go to movie list, and then I will try. After I try, I will get all the I will get a list of all the genres. So for example, I will take 28 and then I go to movie. 28 is action. Go to discover movie under discover. So this is a movie under discover, and with genres params, I will pass the ID of that category. So I will try, and then it will fetch all the movies belong to that genre. So belong to the action genres. Okay, so that's how we fetch the movie belong to the genres like this. So now let's go back to the movie data.ts, and I will have another function, export const fetch genres movie. So genres movie. This one is known as, okay, it's just the name. You can name whatever you want. Equal to async function. Inside this function, we will have a const data equal to await, and then get API response. Now we will have, go back here, go to the movie list. On the top, I will copy the whole thing here. So this is like we are fetching the movie list, like the list of all the genres, okay? And then I will paste it here. So slash genre, slash movie, slash list. And then const genres, yeah, whatever, equal to data dot genres. And now we need to go to each genres. So I will say for const genre of a genres. So we will have a const data equal to await and continue get API response. Go back here and go to the movie under discover. So I will have the part here, right? Remember? So slash discover and movie you can copy. And then you can see slash discover slash movie. And this is the params. That's why like the query. So that's why I have a question mark here. And with genres, we will pass the genre.id. Again. So right here in the list, you can see we have the ID, right? And then you can pass each ID inside the with genres. So inside with genres equal to, this is the ID. And then we need to go to the result to get the movies array. So right here, that's why I say data dot results and the generate dot movie. So this one is like, let me explain you. So in the beginning, each genre will be like this. So will be equal to an object, right? So the first will be the ID. The second will be the name, correct? So when I say genre dot movies, it means like I add one more movie here, and then the movie will be an array. So now each genre will have a three property. First is the ID, name, and now we'll have extra movies, which means the array equal to data.results. So it will make us very easier to fetch the movies of each genre. So I will paste a comment here. So add movies array to the genre object. For example, each, for example, genre equal to an object and have ID, name, and movie like this. So now we just need to return the genres. Go back to the home page. So now we will have a div. First, we need to have a const genres equal to await, and we need to have the async function. So async function, and then await, fetch. We will fetch the genre movies, right? Like this. And then right here, we need to have the interface for the genres. So go to the type.d.ts. I will have export interface genre. So we have an ID equal to number, name equal to string, and movies equal to movie. This movie, but it will be array. Okay, so will be array of other movie. And right here, I will have the class name equal to r/movie. And inside this, I will have genres dot map. I will map each genre. And inside each genre, I will have the category list. So category list component. We need to create this. Let's go to the components folder. Create a new file called category list, or can be like genre list movie, whatever you want. Okay. And RAXCE. Now import. Perfect. So right here, we need to have the type equal to genre. So you can see the genre interface here. We just need to import it. So I will say genre, import it from library/types, and we have ID, name, and movies array. So I will pass the prompt key equal to genre dot ID, title equal to genre dot name, and movies equal to genre dot movie. So you see how easy when we pass the data. Okay, so we need to pass all the props here in the category list. We will have the prop title and movie. So we need to define the props interface to remove the error. So right here, I will have interface props equal to an object. And first, the title equal to string, sorry. Title is the string, and the movies equal to the movie interface but array. Okay, like this. Or movies. I forget the S. So go back to the page, and then we have the error here. So let's go to the types.d.ts, and right here, I just accidentally have the question mark. You can delete the question mark. So now the error is removed. So let's try to console that log. Okay, so I would say const example equal to genres, and I will just slice from 0 to 2, and I will console log the example. Okay, let's go to the page. So this is our page, and go back to the code. You can expand the terminal, and you can see now we have 3 objects. So the first object is have the ID, name, and movies. So that is how we will pass in the category list. We pass ID, we don't pass ID used for the key. We pass the name, and then we'll pass the movies array. So now you understand how it works. That's why in the movie data, the genre, I add the movies array inside the genre object. So when we fetch the category list, very easy to fetch. Okay, so I just put it here, and go. I will go to the page, and I just have the example here because like the genders list will be very long, like I think above 20 or something. So we have a coding like the code is changing so many times, and every time we change the code the data have to refresh again. It will take times, so I don't want to fetch all the data right now. I just want to take some genders, and then when we refresh the page, when the code is changing, it will not take time to refresh all the data. So let's go to the category list. And then right here, I will have the class name equal to category. And inside, we will have the h1 equal to title with the class name equal to category dash title. And below the title, we will have the div to fetch out the movie. So the class name equal to relative. No, not this one. Yes, I will show you later. We will have the extra div, but for now, to easy understand, I just have the movie list. And inside this movie list, we will map all the movie. So we have the movies array, and then we will map each movie. So right here, we will have the function. And inside, we will have the movie card. So movie card, we will have the key equal to movie.id. And movie equal to movie. Let's create the component movie card. So I will create a new file called movie card.tsx AXE. And now go to the category list and import the movie card. And to remove this error, we need to go to movie card and then have the blocks. So right here, I will have the movie blocks. And this one will equal to movie interface import from lib/types. Okay, sorry. Right here, we need to have movie equal to movie. Okay. So let me explain you. So this is the category list. Okay. So each category list we will have the title, and then we will have the movie card. So one here is a one movie card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the list of a movie card. That's why in the category list, first I will have the title, and then I will have the movie list, and then I will map the movies array. In each movie, I will have the movie card. And go to the movie card, I will pass the data down again. So movie have the interface equal to movie import from lib/types. So in the movie card, first we will have the image. So the div here will have the class name equal to movie.card. And inside we will have the image. So the image have the source equal to movie question mark dot backdrop underscore path, or movie question mark dot poster underscore path. And we also have the class name equal to thumbnail. So the image is the thumbnail of the movie card. The and equal to movie question mark dot title, or movie question mark dot name. Okay, perfect. So now go to our website, and then you see, oh, it's not matched here. Because I forget one thing, I didn't have the base image URL. So remember in the hero card, Whenever we fetch the URL of the image, we need to have the base image URL here. So it will be same. I will just copy. So we'll copy the whole string here. Copy and go to the movie card. I will paste it. And then I will change this to movie. Change the changing movie to movie. And base image URL, we need to import from list constants. Perfect. So you can see now we have the category list, have the title, and this is all the movies belong to this genre. So you can scroll, and it will show you all the movies. Same thing here. We have the adventure, and other movies belong to the adventure genre. Perfect. We only have a two because remember I slice. I just only have a two genre because as I told you, we will coding and then whenever we change the code, the data have to refresh again. So it will take time if we fetch all the genres right now. Let's wait until the end of the project and then we will fetch all the genre. And one more thing, I want to have the outline. So whenever I hover to the image, I will have the outline, the white outline here. So below the image, I will have another div with the class name equal to border. So now let's go to our project is a Cine Hub, and then we will see the outline like this. Okay, one thing here. Before, as I told you, like now we have something to scroll, right? That's why you will see the difference of the navbar. So if we are not scrolling down, the navbar will have the transparent background. But when we scroll, it will have the black background here, like this. Perfect. Now we will continue to the next part. If I click to the movie, there will be a model pop up. And in this model, you will see the movie video and the detailed information about that movie. We have name, we have release date, overview, rating, and genres. We also have the button here to add to the list or remove it from the list. If you want to enlarge for full screen, you can click like the YouTube video. And if you want to close this model, just click to the button right here to close it. So how to do it? In the movie car component, we will have the state const show model and set show model. The use states import from React. And the first state equal to false. Whenever we import use state, we need to have a use client on the top. When we use client, this component becomes a client component. And now I will have a const open model equal to set show model equal to true. Our const close model and set show model equal to false. So whenever we click to the movie car, right, we will set the show model equal to true, then the model component will appear. Right here, I will have an on click and I will pass the function open model. And now we have the show model equal to true. So if show model equal to true, we will fetch the model components right here. I will say show model and I will have the model components. We need to create it. So in the components folder, create a new file called modal.tsx, RAFCE. And now we can import the model components. Just control in space, it will show you all the suggestion. Perfect. So what we will pass in the model components. First, we need to pass the data of the movie, right? So I will say movie equal to movie. So this movie we take from the graph here, and then we pass again downward to the model component. And we also pass the close model function as well. So I will say close model equal to the function close model. Now we need to go to the model component and have a graph here. So right here, I will have movie and close model. I will have the interface equal to props. And right here, I will say interface props. I will have movie equal to the movie interface imported from lib/types. And this is the close model function. And because this model have a closed model function, so actually this component is also the client component as well. And you cannot pass the server actions like this. So for example, if I want to have the movie detail, right, to fetch the video, the name, the overview, everything on the model components, I can say export const movie detail. And then I will have a same function, blah, blah, blah. But I cannot pass this function to the model components because model components, again, have a closed model function. And the closed model function is actually the use state. So we cannot pass the server action inside the client component model as anymore. So now how we can fetch the movie detail inside the client component. Go back to the API here and make sure you log into your account. So you will have the access token here. And you can go to the API reference again, go to movie. Okay, movie is here. And go to the details. So you will get all the details of the movie. So this is the URL we need to fetch. We go to the movie and then we need to pass the ID of that movie. And as I said, now we cannot use the server action. That we will use Node language. Now we need to use the JavaScript language to fetch the data directly in the component. And right here, I want you to copy the whole code here in the request and paste it. And again, this is the access token you can delete and you can use process.env. If you don't remember the name, I recommend you to go back to the .env and copy the key name. Go back to the model and paste it. So it will make sure the name of the key is correct. We need to change to the dynamic string. Now right here, I will say const get movie details equal to the async function. And I will say try catch. In error, we just need to console.log the error. I will say error fetching movie details and error like this. So in try, const response equal to await and fetch. So right here, you can have the URL like this. So actually the language equal to en/us is not necessary. We just need to take the whole string from the beginning to ID, movie underscore ID. Control C and paste it here. And as I told you, this is the base URL. So you can delete this and have a process.env. So process.env dot and go back to .env file, copy the next public underscore API underscore URL here and paste it. Then we will go to the movie and then we go to the movie underscore ID. Put it in the $ and in the bracket. This is need to be movie.id. So we will take the ID of the movie. And same thing, comma and option. So right here, we also have a comma and option. So that is how we fetch the whole URL through here. And now we will get the data. So you can delete this part. Now we already have the response. Const data equal to await response.json. Now go back to the page where we fetch the movie details. And this is the request, right? I want to try it so I can see the structure of the response. So this is the response. Yeah, sorry, because we didn't have the movie ID yet. For example, I will just say 13. Let's see it works or no. Try it. Okay, so we do have the movie with the ID is 13. So right here, this is the data structure. You can see it will be an object and all the detailed information inside. we will have the genres array. So that movie can belong to many genres. It's not just only one, it can belong to many genres. And we also have a other overview, original title. So this thing is already same with the hero card we already did before. But I want to show you, we need to fetch the video. Before in the hero card, we don't fetch the video. We just have the background underscore path. Okay. Now, if you scroll down to the end, you will see the video equal to false. So how we can fetch the video? You can go to the query params here, and you can say append underscore to underscore response. Right here, we need to say videos and try it again. Now you will see videos is true, and it show you all the videos belong to that movie. There are so many video, but we have the clip type. We have the it's clip to clip clip. We also have the feature type, and the one I want to fetch is a trailer. So right here. So what we will do? First, we need to fix the URL. We need to add the params append to response. We need to add this param into the URL. And then we need to find the index of the movie, have the type equal to trailer, because the video have many types. And we want to fetch the video have the type equal to trailer. And actually, there are so many video have the type equal to trailer as well. If you continue to scroll down, you will see another video have the type equal to trailer. So we will need to find the index first. We need to find the first index of the first video have the type equal to trailer in the array. Now just copy the string here, append to response, copy it. And now go back to the code. After the movie.id, I will have the question mark here, and we will, sorry. So append to response equal to videos, and videos need to have an S at the end, okay? So I can use effect to check the get movie details. And the dependency array will be movie. So after we fetch the function, you can console.log the movie. Actually, the console.log the data here. So I will go here and console.log movie detail like this. Now go to our website, and you can click any movie. For example, I click to this movie, and let's go to the console. So you will see the movie details here. This is an object, and this is all the data. So let's go to the videos. So we will have the results, and we will have all the video here. So in this movie, just only have one video. Let's try another movie. For example, I try this movie, and again go to inspect, console, and go to the videos, and see, you will see we have like 14 videos with the different types. So this types equal to features. This type equal to clip. We need to find the type equal to trailer. So it's a teaser. No. Okay, the trailer is here, and the index equal to 10. So how we can find this index? The index like whatever the first video have the type equal to trailer. How we can find this index? We will use the find index function to find it. So in the get movie details, and after this, I will just delete this console.log. We don't need it anymore. I will say if data customer video. Okay, sorry, customer dot video. Then we need to cast index. We need to find the index data dot video. dot results. We need to go to the results and find index. So we need to find the video. Right here, video, have the type equal to video. And video.type equal to channel. So we need to define the interface for video. Let's go to the types here, types.d.ts, and below I will export interface video. I will have the type. You can go to the GitHub link below and just copy and paste it. So I already pasted here. So the interface video, I have the type and I list all the types of the video like we get like possible. I already listed here for you, and you can just go to the console log, go to the videos, go to results, and can check out the type. But I already prepared for you, so you just need to copy and paste it. And right here, we need to import the video interface from list/types. And we will find the index that the video.type equal to channel. And the file instance will find the whatever the first video have a type equal to channel, they will get that index. For example, in the array, okay, we have like a clip, sorry, we have a type equal to clip, and then channel, for example, like this. But they will just find the first video have the type equal to channel. So the index will be equal to 2. So this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. So this index will equal to 2, not equal to 3, okay? And now const video equal to data.videos.results, and we will pass the index. So on the top, I will have a state for the video. So right here, I will say const video and set video equal to use state. And it will be a string. Import use state from React. And we will use client. Whenever you import the use state, you need to have a use client on the top immediately. Okay. So why we have the string here? Because the URL of the video will be the YouTube URL. So if you go to any YouTube video, for example, I go to the video of my channel on the YouTube, you will see this is the link. And this is the base URL. So from in the beginning to question mark v equal. So this is the base URL, and right here they will pass the key of that video. Okay, so the thing we need to get is this key. We need to get the key of the video, and then we will paste that key into the URL like this. So if you go to the console again, you will find each video will have the key, and that is the key we need to get. Okay, so we need to go to the video, and then we continue to go to the key. Go back to our code, and then right here, I will continue to get the key. But right here is not const video, but now set video. Set video equal to data, then go to videos, go to results, pass the index, and get the key. Now we will build a model because we already have the data. Go to the return here. I will delete, and then the biggest div will have the class name equal to model. And the first thing will be this button. So I will have the close button. And this is the cancel rounded icon imported from icons material. This button will have the class name equal to model / close. And on click equal to close model. This function we already passed to the bar on the top. You can see here we pass from the movie car component. I will have some style for the icon. So right here, I will have sx equal to bracket inside. I will have color is white. Font size equal to 35 pixel and hover. Have the color equal to red. Okay. So this is the close button. We already done. Now we will go to the video here. If you go to the next documentation and search for the video optimization, we will have a two video and iframe. Okay, so the video is used to fetch the video directly from your project. It means like you already have the video file in the project. So we will use this video HTML tag. But if we fetch the YouTube URL, we need to go with the iframe tag. So the iframe tag will support the YouTube video like this. So you can copy this iframe and then paste it in the code. Below to the button, I will paste the iframe. And actually, we don't need the frame border equal to 0. And now we need to pass the key here. So I will change it to the dynamic string. Right here, I will delete and pass the key. So actually, the key equal to video. We also have the class name for this video equal to model/video and loading equal to lazy. And if you hold to this, they say like we don't have the allow full screen here, but we have this. I mean, like they didn't update their documentation. They have a capital F and capital S. So I will copy and paste it. It's just the typing mistake. Now, if we go to the project, so they say the youtube.com refused to connect. So I found this solution in FreeCodeCamp. Scroll down and they say, this is the original original URL and it's not working. So the solution is we will have this URL instead. So this is the URL. So we will have the youtube.com/embed and then we will pass the key here. So I will copy up to here. So youtube.com/embed/copy. And then I will replace the whole thing, like the whole thing until the v equal. So I will paste it. So we will have this official URL for the YouTube. Okay. Now let me close it and open the new one. Okay, so we have error. Okay, so I found the error because right here, the video, I said data question matter video, I didn't have an S at the end. Okay, so we need to go to the S. Sorry, we need to go to data.videos, have an S at the end. And now, and just close it, I will open. Perfect. So it's working. Now, in the completed project, we not only have a video, we also have the detail here. So let's go to the detail. Below the iframe, I will have another div. The class name equal to model dash content. And inside, we will have another div. This div will have the class name equal to flex justify between. So this div is for the name, and because I also have the attribute list here, that's why I put it in another div and have a justify between like this. So inside this div, we will have another div. The class name equal to flex get dash tool. Inside, first we will have the name here. So I will have a b tag. This b tag will have the class name equal to text dash base dash bold. And the text equal to name colon. The second will be the name or the title of the movie. So right here, I will say movie dot title or movie dot name. And the text here will be base but light. So the font weight will be lighter. And another side, I will have a div for the attribute list. So the class name equal to flex get dash 3. Inside, I will have a b tag have the class name equal to text dash base dash bold, and the text is add to list. Beside that, I will have the add circle, import from icons material, and I will have some class name equal to cursor pointer, and text dash pink dash one. We will change like when we have the user, and then we will add to the list. So if this movie already in the list, the icon will be removed. But if the movie is not in the list, the icon will be added. We will change it later. Right now, I just do for the HTML. Now we will go to the genres. So this genres is not directly from the graphs. I will console.log the movie again. So console.log the movie, and then I will have the movie data here. Right here. Okay, here we have the button here. You can close it. Sorry, this is our project. So we can close it. Perfect. And I will enlarge. I will click. Okay, so we have an add to list, everything here. We have name, release dates, overview, and rating. Right here, I will go to inspect and go to console. So this is the movie. You will see we only have the genre underscore ID. So it's just the ID. But in the get movie details, you will get the genre name as well. If you go here and console.log the data again. So console.log data equal to data. Okay. Go back here. Right here, you will see data and genders. We will have the object equal to ID and name as well. So I will have the genders list from the get movie list, not from the grab movie data. You can delete all the console. Right here, I will say const genders, set genders equal to array, and the type equal to gender. This gender imported from leaf/types. And go down here, I will say if we have a data question mark genders, then we can set the genders equal to data.genders. So right here, you can see we go to genders, and we will set the genders equal to data. This is the whole data, and then we go to the genders. We will have a 3 array, and in each array, we will fetch the name. We will fetch this name. So let's scroll down. Right here, below the rating, I will have the same div, like the same class name. Right here, I will say genders. And right here, I will have genders dot map, and in each gender, we will have the gender dot name. Okay, and then we will join. We will join with the comma. So dot join and space have a comma here. So after we fetch the name, we will join with the comma. So it will be a list. Now go back to the website. You will see we join with the comma. See? Oh, we need space here as well. Sorry, comma and then space, not space and comma. So I will have a space after the comma. So comma space. Okay. So now we already complete the model. We have the video. We have all the information here. And if you want to like autoplay or loop, we can. I will show you later. But let's try the video. We can enlarge. Go back to the link in the iframe. We will have some params, like we'll have an autoplay equal to 1, mute and mute equal to 1, and loop equal to 1 as well. So it will autoplay, mute, and loop. So if I click here, you will see the video is autoplay and then mute. If you want unmute, you can click here like the YouTube. Okay, perfect. So the model is already done. Okay, this model is already done. And now we will need to apply the model in the hero as well. So in the hero card, we need to have the model whenever we click the button here. Go back to the hero card, and we will have a const show model and show model and set show model. Import useState from React. It will be same for movie card. If you go to the movie card, I think you just need to copy the whole thing and paste it here. So it will come client components because we have a useState. So that's what I mean. That's why I have the hero class separate to hero components, because hero components, we have the action, server action. And if I have everything here, useState here, I cannot use the server action like this. That's why I put in separate is the hero card. So I can show you to fetch the data in server actions and in client components as well. Right here, we can go to the button, and then we will have the on click. Same thing, open model, copy, and then paste it in the second button as well. So have a same function, open the model for both buttons. And below this div, below the div of the hero, I will have show model, and then we need to put in the tag. And we will import the model components. So the movie equal to changing movie, correct? And the close model equal to close model. Now, if you click to one of the button, it will show the model. Perfect. Now we will move to the search bar here. Let's go to navbar components. And on the top, I will have const search. Oh, I already have here, sorry. So I already have a search and set search. So I just need to have the router to push. So const router equal to use router, and import the use router from next navigation. Go to the search here. We will have the inputs, and then at the search icon, we will have the on click equal to a function. And this function, we will use router to push to the another page. So another page will be slash search slash, and we will pass the query here. So whatever we type in the input, so we will pass the value of the input into the link. We need to create the page. So in the root directly, create a new folder called search. And in this search, this is the search. Okay, now we need to have this value. Go to another new folder and say query, and put it in the square bracket, because this will be a params like this. So when we click to the icon search, okay, it will go to the page, search, and query here. The query here is actually the search value we have in the input. And I want if we didn't have anything in the input, I want to disable. So how to disable? Like if we didn't type anything to the input, we cannot click the search icon. So right here, I will put the search icon in a button. And in this button, I will disable equal to when the search equal to the empty string. Okay, so now we will go to the page. I will create a new file called page.tsx, AFCE, and I will change the name to search page. First, I will have the navbar. So in the return, I will delete this, and I will pass the navbar here. If you go to the next documentation and go search for the dynamic route, you will see this is for the server components and how we get the param. So look at this. So we have the app/block, and then the param here put in a square bracket. So we can use param, and we will have this thing. like this. So params, calling params, and instead of a slug, we will say query equal to string. And then right here, we can say params dot query instead of a slug. I will copy and I will paste it here. So I will change this to match with the name we put in the square bracket. It will be query. Okay. And right here, I will say const search equal to params dot query. And below the navbar, I will have another component, search results. And I will pass the search here in the blocks. It can be, yeah, it's fine. So we need to create the search results component. .tsx rafe. And right here, you can pass the blocks search. And the interface for the search is string. Now we will import the search results. Go back to the search results. Now we have the string in the input, right? We have the search value. How we can get the movies related to that search? You can go back to the API data and you go to the search. You will see the movie here. Click to it. So this will be the URL we need to search. So we have the query here. As a param, we need to pass the query. So for example, I want to search Marvel. And you can see this is the link. So we have search, and then we have movie. Then we will have the query equal to the value we put here. So I want to change here to query. Easy to understand. Query. So go back here. Query equal to query. Okay. Now we need to go to the movie data, and then we will have another function to fetch out the search movie. Export const search movie equal to async function. And right here, we will have the parameter is a query, have the type is equal to string. And inside this function, we will have a const data equal to await, and we will get the get API response. So you can see the link here is search, then we go to the movie, then we will have the query. Same, we will go to search, then we have the movie, and the query will be the param. So we will pass the value of the query on the box here, put it here. And the movies equal to data dot results. If you want to know the response, the data structure, you can try it. And then you can say, let's have a page, and we have the results is the array with the movie here. And each object will be a movie. Each object like this will be a movie. So right here, that's why I say movie. I can say search movie, and then return search movies. Now go to the search results, and then we will have const search movie equal to await. And now we will copy the function, paste it here, and import it from action movie data. Because we have the await here, so need to be async function. So in the return, I will say, because maybe like they didn't have any results. So it's better that we do like this. So first we will have a let search result equal to, we need to have the interface first. So equal to movie, and have the array here because it's the array of all the movie equal to the empty array first, and then we will change it later when we get the search movies. Because sometimes like in the string, we just put something that like they cannot get the results. So the search movie can be an empty array if the await here is no. So in the return, I will say search movies. Sorry, search movies dot length equal to 0. This means like empty array. I will have a div and the class name equal to search dash page. And inside, I will have the h1 equal to with the class name equal to text dash heading to dash bold text dash white. Inside, we will say no results found. That is the case when the search movies here when we get the function is no. So we will have the empty array. Otherwise, if we do have the results, then we will have a div class name, sorry, class name, same search page, and same the h1 as well. But the text is, we will say results for, and then we will pass the query, okay? Inside, we will have the query value. Now we will map all the results. Class name equal to list. And we will have the search movie. And we will map each movie. Inside each movie, we will have the movie card. Movie card. And same thing, we have a key and we have the movie. So now we will try to search something. So if I didn't have anything in the search bar and I click, there's no, like it will not lead us anywhere because we already disabled. But if we try to search something like funny and then click search, so it will give us all the movie, funny movie here. And this one is because they didn't have the poster or the background. So if they didn't have the image, we need to give them the default image. So go to the movie card right here. Sorry, movie card. Yes. So we need to question. So I will copy the whole thing here. And I will question it. So if we do have a background part or poster part, then we will fetch this string. Otherwise, we will fetch the no image in the access folder. So if you go to the access folder, you will see we have a no image here. And then we will have it if there is no poster or background. Okay, now go back. You will see now we have this image as a default. And if we click try, yeah, there is no data. We try this. Yeah, no data as well. Try this. Okay, so it very depends because of their API. Okay, so some movie they have enough information. Some movie they didn't have. Like this movie, they have all the information we want. So yes, I already showed you search movie. So everything here now is good. Okay, so we have the homepage and with the trending movie and the list of a movie belong to each genre. At the end of the project, we will fetch all the genre. It's okay, don't worry. So like now, we have all the movies we want. We can search the movie we want. Like I search Wish, click search. Okay, perfect. Go back here. You can see the result for Wish. Go back to homepage. We have the model here where we can see the movie and have all the detail of that movie. We can enlarge like the YouTube, mute and unmute. So now we will go to the next part, which is create the user, login, and then we will add to the list. Now we will start building the register page and the login page. Like this. And the register page and the login page have the same form. The only difference is the register page will have the extra input username. So let's do it. Inside the Auth folder, create a new file called layout.ts. And you can go to the layout.tsx from root folder and copy the whole thing here. Go here and paste it. Actually, it should be tsx, not only ts. because we return the HTML as well. So it will be TSX. Right here, we will change the title to Auth. So we have an Auth Senior Hub, and this one have an Auth like that. So the background will not be the black color, but we will have the background for the image. So we will have the image background. That's what I mean. We will start to have the login folder and register folder. Register and login. Inside the register, create a new file called page.tsx. Same thing for login. New file, page.tsx, RASCE, and change the name to login. Go to the register page, RASCE, change the name to register. And as I say, we will use the same form. So we need to create the components, new file, and the name is auth form.tsx, RASCE. So right now you can import the components. So auth from imported in both pages. Auth from. Now you can close the close the login page and the register page. Close the layout as well. Now we will start building the auth form. We will start building the UI first. So the first div will have the class name equal to auth. And if you go to the global.css, I already have the background image here, like this. Okay, so inside this div, I also have the overlay to make the background darker. Because the original image is very bright, so the background should be darker. So the form will be like more visible and more brighter for the text and the button, everything here. So the second class name will be overlay. And if you go back to the globals, the overlay will have the background black, but the opacity only 60. So it will make the background image darker. And inside this div, we will start to have the content. So I will have a div and the class name here equal to content. Inside this div, I will have the image for the logo. So image with the source equal to slash asset slash logo dot bng and equal to logo and class name equal to logo. Then we will have the form. So from username to the button will be a form. This form have the class name equal to form. And right here. So if the register page, we will have the username. Otherwise, we will not have the username. So let's go back to the register page and the login page as well. I will have the type right here as a prop. So type equal to login for the login page. And register, the type equal to register. And let's go back to the auth form. Let's add the type. So the type here, we will have the interface. Type interface equal to register or login. So if you have the interface for the type, the error from the register page will disappear. Same thing for the login page as well will disappear. Now we will have the question here. So we'll have a type equal to register. Then we will have the register, the username input. Right here, I will have a div. Inside this div, I will have the class name equal to input. And inside this input, I will have the input tag with the type equal to text, the placeholder equal to username, and the class name equal to input class field. Also, beside the input, we also have the icon. So after the input, I will have the person outline icon imported from icons material, and the style equal to color white, like this. I will copy the whole div here and do the same thing for email as well as password. For the second input, the type equal to email, the placeholder equal to email, and this one equal to email outline icon. Same thing for password, the type equal to password, placeholder equal to password, and right here, the icon is lock outline. And after the three input, we will have the button. The class name equal to button. And inside, we will say if the type equal to register, then we will say John 3 or John now. Otherwise, we will say let's watch. So in the register page, the text here will be John 3 or John now. And in the login page, the text on the button will be let's watch. And outside of the form, we will have this text to link to the sign page or link to the sign up page. So right here, I will have if the type equal to register. Right here, I will question mark. For the register, we will have the link. Import from Next/link. Same thing for the other place. The link and the href will be register. So the text for the register page is already have an account. Then we will say login here. If we are on the login page, the link will lead to the register page, and the text is not have an account. Register here. I will change this to the B tag. Okay, so let's go to our project Cinehub, and I will have a register page here. Enter. Perfect. So we have the I will imagine. So we have the background darker, and this is the form. Have a username, email, and password. John free, and this here will already have an account. Log in here and click on it. It will lead us to the login page. Perfect. Perfect. So now we will start to have the data. Okay, we will start to validate the form and then sign up to create a new user. We will use React Hook form. If you go to reacthookform.com and then get started, React Hook form is a very good way to validate your form. So we can register the key name and then also have the handle submit function. We can watch if we have the profile photo, we can watch the photo if we upload a new photo. But we will not use the watch in this case in our application, but we will use the error here. So whenever we validate the form, you will get the error from form state. So I will show you how to use React Hook form, very simple and very convenient. But first, I want you to copy the whole thing here. So we will have from cons register, handle submit, and form state equal to use form imported from React Hook form. Just copy it. Go to the auth form on the top and paste it. So we will not use watch. So you will delete the watch here and import use form from React Hook form like this. You can delete import React. For the inputs, we will say form data. So I will have form data. And I need to have the interface for the form data. So on the top, I will say interface form data. We will have the username, we will have the email, and the password. Everything will be a string. But the username here, you need to have the question after, because in the login form, we do not have a username. That's why it's very important to get the question mark here. Sorry, after the username. So I will have a comment here. I will say make it optional because We don't need it for login page. And right here, inside the use form, we also can have the default value. So I will have an object, and in this object, I will have default value. And we will say if the type equal to register question mark, then we will have a username, email, and password. Everything will be the empty string for the beginning. It means the default values. Otherwise, in the login page, we will have only email and password and empty string in the beginning as the default value. So you see, it's a very easy to have the default values, and we don't need any use state here. You can do like const in username set username equal to use state empty string in the beginning. That is the other way we use many use states. But with the React form, you don't need any use states. We already have a use form here. So let's go to the inputs. So the first input will be for the username. So right here, if you go back to the documentation, scroll down, you will see how we will register. So this is the input. We need to dot register, and then we will need to put the name of the key here inside like this. So you can copy and then paste it here. So the first input, we will register the username like this. So you can see like if you say another like example, when we copy and paste here, right, it will have us the error because right here we say username, email, and password. That's why it gives us error. If we didn't have the correct name of the key here. So right here we will change back to username and the error will be gone. Now how we can do validates. So after the register, we will have a comma. Okay, still inside the parentheses. Okay, then we will have the required username is required. So if we don't type anything in the username inputs and we click the button, this error, so the error message will appear. So we have the required validation, and this is the error message. You can change it, like you can change like username is necessary or mandatory or something. Okay, and what else we can do? You can have a comma right here, and then we will have validate. So validate, we will take the value. So this is the value of the input. The value equal to string or undefined. So what we will do when the value, like, okay, let's do the validation first. So for example, this will be a function. Okay, so validates, we will have the value and then a function. So we will say if not value, it means undefined, or value dot length less than 2. Then we will return the error message. The error message is username must be at least 2 characters long. So again, first we need to register to the name of the key. Then we will do the validation. So right here, we'll have the first validation is required, and this is the message error. Username is required. The second validation here, we will say validate. We will have the value and the type of the value equal to string or undefined. So if undefined, that's why I say if no value, it means undefined, or the value dot length less than 2 or 3 or 4, depending on you. Then we will return the error message is username must be at least 2 characters long. Or username must be more than 1 character. So whatever you want to write it here, you can write it by yourself. For example, I can change to must be must be more than 1 character, like that. And otherwise we will return true. So after if, we will say return true. So let's do the same thing for the email. Go to the input of the email. So right here, I will copy, okay? So I will copy the whole thing here and then paste it in the front. But this one, we will register the email. And we require, we say email is required. We don't need this validation. So I will delete. We just need the required here because we already have the type equal to email already. So required email is required as an error message is enough. Okay, now for the password, do the same thing, paste it here. And register, we will register the password. Required, we will say password is required. Now we'll have a value here. I want the value need to be more than 5 characters or something. So like I will say 5. If the value dot length less than 5, okay, then we can add other, like we can add value dot length greater than 20. So it means the password need to be in between 5 to 20 characters only. Or I also have this. So this means like we need to have at least one special character. So I will say if the value not match is not match, because I have this sign in the front. It means like if the value is not match any special character here. So we will return first. The username must be between 5 and 20 characters with at least one special, like that. So if you want another validate, you can just put or here. So extra or, but I think it's enough for now. Like we can do minimum, we can do maximum, and we can do special character. So now we need to show the error if we do have the error, right? So right below the input, right below the div for the input, okay, the whole div, I will say error. So I will have error start password because right here we register for the password. So error dot password, and then and we will have a b tag to show the error message. Right here I will change to password. So we will show the error start password dot message, and the class name equal to error. And I already have this class name inside the global CSS. You can check there. And one more thing, right here I didn't change to password. So remember when you copy and paste, make sure you change everything correctly. Now we will continue, go up to the email and do the same thing below the div for the input of the email. We will say error dot message, sorry, errors dot email, and then we will show the message, same class name error, and the message is errors dot email dot message. So these errors we take from here, from states, and inside we have the errors. So this is how React Hook form is so convenient for us. And do the same thing for the username. So right below the div, I will have error.username. And then we will show the b tag. This b tag will have the class name error as well. So we will have errors.username.message. And we need to put in a tag. Like we need to have a tag to grab. So the error will disappear. Like this. Again, because we import use form from React, right? Use form from React Hook form, and this is the client component. So we need to use client. Now let's check our form. Sorry, before we check our form, we need to have the function handle submit first. So for now, I will just console.log the data. So I have on submit equal to data, and data have the type equal to form data. We already have an interface here, and we just console.log the data from the form. We need to pass this submit into the form. So here we have the form here. So we will have on submit equal to on submit function. Sorry, on submit equal to handle submit from the use form. So I will have handle submit, and then inside the handle submit, we will pass the function we created here. So this will be on submit, like that. And because this is a form, so in the button, scroll down to the button, I will add the type for the button equal to submit. Okay, now we will check the form. So for example, I didn't fill anything and then I just click the button. So you will see now we have the error message show here. Perfect. And now in the username, we say like we need to have at least one character, right? More than one. So for example, I just have a one character and then you will see the error here. Username must be more than one character. So I will say my name here. The error disappear. And the email and continue the password. So the password we need to be more than like between 5 and 20. But for example, I just have only 4 characters. So the password error message appear here. Perfect. Now I will click the button and let's go to the console. So in the console, we have an object and then this object, you will see all the data, email, password, and username. Perfect. Now we will create the API to register a new user. Then after create a new user, then we will go to the login function. To register a new user, first we need to have the model for the user. So inside the root directory, create a new folder called model. And inside these models, I will have a new file called user.ts. And then inside the user.ts, I will import mongoose from mongoose. Const user schema equal to new mongoose dot schema. And then inside this object, first we will have the username. So the username, the type equal to string and require equal to true. We also need to have the email. So the email, the type equal to string and require equal to true. After the email, we will have the password, same thing. And the last thing is the favorite. So remember we have the my list, right? So that is our the favorite list. Sorry, the favorite movie. So we will put in the favorite like this. The type equal to an array. Okay. And in this array, we will store all the type. Like we will store the number, like the ID of the movie. So that's why it will be an array and inside will be all the number ID of the movies we like. Okay, so very simple, username, email, password in the favorite list. This one, we have the default equal to an empty array. Now we will have a const user. First, we will say mongoose.models, and then we will go to the user model. If we don't have the user model, then we will create a new model, name it user, and use the user schema above. It's default user. So this is the whole user model we already created. I want to add one more thing here. In the email, we need to have the unique. The unique is true. So whenever we want to find the user, we need to take the thing that is unique to find the user. For example, the unique thing, it can be the ID or the email. The username can be same. Like can be different users can have the same username. It's okay. Now we will go to the app and then we will have the API. Inside the app, create a new folder called API. And inside this API, create a new folder called art. And inside this art, create a new folder called register. And inside this register folder, create a new file called route.ts. Export const host equal to a same function. And right here, we will have the request and the type equal to next request. Next request imported from next server. Inside this function, we will have a child and catch error. So right here, I just need to console.log the error. And then I will return new response fail to register or create a new user. And the status equal to 500. So now in try. First, we need to await, connect. Oh yeah, we need to connect to database, right? Sorry. So inside the lib folder. So right here, create a new file called MongoDB.js. Inside this MongoDB, we will connect to our database. So import mongoose from mongoose. And let is connected. Is a boolean, okay? And first thing equal to false. So we will keep checking the connection. Now we will export const connect to DB in link database equal to a async function. And inside this function, we will say mongoose set. We will set the strict query is true. After that, if is connected, then we just console the log. We will say MongoDB is already connected and return nothing. But if it's not connected, then we will connect. So we will await mongoose, and then we will have the MongoDB underscore URL. So this is the key we will put in the .env. I will show you later. And right here we can have empty string. So in case we don't have the key here, it will be empty string. So to avoid the error. And we will have the data name. So right here, I will say db name equal to cname, hub, like this. So after we connect, then we will say is connect. We will change is connect equal to true, and we will console that log. MongoDB is connected successfully. And for the catch, we will console the log the error. So this is the simple connect to database function. Now the only thing left is we need to add the MongoDB underscore URL inside the .env file. Right here, we can have the type equal to promise and then void. So go to the MongoDB. If you doesn't have the account, please create an account. And after you create the account, you can go to the database access. You need to create the database user. So you can add new database user, and with the username, with the password, you need to remember this password. So, and one more thing, in the built-in roles, you need to choose read and write to any database. Okay, because you are the admin. So when you create the user, because this is your personal project, right? So you can need to read and write to any database. I already create for myself one user. So in the network access, I recommend you to add this IP address. This means this database can be accessed from everywhere. If you want to limit the network access, you can add the IP address. You can add the current IP address or any IP address you want to add. Just put in the list here. But to me, I recommend you use this IP address, so it will be accessed from everywhere. Now go to the overview, and then now we will connect. So we will choose the drivers, and then if you didn't install MongoDB, then install. The thing we need is we need to copy this. We need to copy this string. You can click copy here, okay? Then now go to .env file and then paste it. Go back to MongoDB, copy the name of the key. So this is the name of the key, copy, and put it in the front, equal. So right here we have the password. You need to change the password when you create the user. Okay, so now MongoDB is already set up. right here we will say await, connect to database, imported from lib/MongoDB. After connect to MongoDB, we will say const. We will have username, email, and password equal to await request.json. And remember, request here imported from, have the type equal to next request, imported from next/server. After that, we need to check if this user already exists or not. So we will say const existing user equal to await, and then we will use the user model imported from models/user. That's find one. We will find one. We need to use the unique one. Remember, in the user model, I say email will be the unique. That's why whenever we find the user, we need to use the email. Then if existing user, then we will return the new response. User already exists, and the theta equal to 400. But if the user is not exist, then we will need to hash the password. We cannot store their real password. So I will say hash password equal to await, and then we will use hash. So hash this and we need to import a hash thing. So import hash from big.js. And then right here we will say await hash password. We will have the sort route here. It can be depend on you. You can use 10 or you 12 or 13, whatever you want. After we have the hash password, then we will say const new user equal to new and user model. We will have the username, email, and the password. But the password here need to be the hash password we already have, not the password we take from the request.json from the client. After we have the new user, then we will need to save the new user. And after we save the new user, then we will return the response. But right here, I will return the user. So JSON dot stringify, and then pass the new user here with the status equal to 200. Scrolling here, we have the error here. So if you hover to the error, they say could not find the declaration file in the MongoDB grid.js. So we can try npm install the slash save slash there. We can copy the whole string here. Okay, just need to copy, go to the terminal, have the new terminal here, and then just paste it, enter. So after it's installed, see the error will be gone. So doesn't matter. The thing is you just need to install the type for the big change. Okay, so this is all the API route to create a new user. We will go back to the auth form. And right here, we need to change the auth submit. Instead of a console.log, now we will have the register here. So auth submit equal to, we need to have the type. So if you go back to the documentation, in the documentation, you can see const on submit, and then they have a type, submit handler, imported from record form as well. And then they have inputs here. This input, in our case, is from data. Okay, so we will have this type, submit handler. Right here, I would delete, and I will say submit handler. And we will have the form data. So let's import the submit handler in the use form. Okay. Now go here, and then we will have equal to async function, and inside we will pass the data. So this is the data we console.log before, remember? And sorry, this is the type, so we need to colon not equal. So on submit, colon, we have the type here, submit handler imported from record form, and inside we have form data. And right here, equal to async function, the data we will get from the form that we already console.log before. So I will delete the console.log. So what we will do in the function, first we need to say let response. Okay, because we can do register and login in the same form. So I will say let's respond first, and then if the type equal to register, then we will say respond equal to await. And now we will fetch the API route. So the API route equal to go to API and go to auth and slash go to register. And inside this object, we will have the method equal to post, the headers equal to this thing, content type application slash JSON, and especially the body. The body equal to JSON.stringify, and then we'll pass the data, put it here. So if response dot okay, then what we will do? We will move to the login page, correct? So we need to use the router dot push. On the top, I will say const router equal to use router and import use router from next navigation. Now go down, if response dot okay, then we will say router dot push, and then we will push to the login page. And one more thing, I want to use the toast. So you know the toast, like whenever something went wrong, they will have the pop-up toast on the top. So I want to do that too. So right here, I will say else, and then I will have the toast. The toast imported from React Hot Toast. We already installed this package in the beginning. And then dot error with the message is something went wrong. Okay. And in order to have this toast, we need to have the context. So in the root directory, create a new folder called context. And inside the context, create a new file called toaster context.tsx. And in this file, we will say import toaster from React Hot Toast. Const toaster context, and then sorry, I just delete everything, equal to a function, a function. And inside, we just need to return the toaster that we already import above. And this imported from React, so we need to have the use client. Right here, we need to export. So export default toaster context. Now we need to put the toaster context inside the layout of the auth folder. So it will be applied for both page, login, and register as well. So in the layout, just above the gerund, we will have the toaster context. Imported from context folder and toaster context like that. And because we don't have the background black color here, so we don't need to put in the dynamic string, I will remove the dynamic string. So it will be like original. Okay, now we will try to register. So I will have my name, a fake email, and the password. John Free. Perfect. It leads to the login page. So now you can go to the MongoDB and then check. So we will have the collection. Go to the Senior Hub. So right here, I have a Senior Hub. Sorry. Senior Hub. Yes, so we do have a user here. Go to the user. Perfect. So this is the new user I just created. Now we will move to the login. We will use Next Auth for authentication. So get started. So we already installed Next Auth. Okay, so because we use the app router, so we will go to this guy. We need to have this route. First app, then API, then auth, and then we need to have this folder in a square brackets. Dot next auth inside, and then we have a route.ts. Inside we will have next auth imported from next-auth package, and then we will have a handler equal to next auth, and then we will export the handler as gets and expost. So I will copy this, and then I will create the route like this. In the API here, and inside the auth, we will create a new folder in a square bracket, and inside we'll say dot next auth. Enter. So make sure this one need to be inside auth, not inside the register, okay? Inside the auth. Right, and then we will have a new file, routes.ts. Paste it here. Just delete this. Inside the function, I will just pass the option. So this option we will use separately. So inside the Next Auth folder, create a new file called option.ts. And in the option.ts, we will have export const option. And the type equal to Next Auth option. And this is imported from Next Auth package. Okay. If you go back to the documentation in the beginning, like in the pages, in the get started, you will see like we will have the auth options here. And then first we need to have the providers. And then we will have other function below this. So what is the provider? Because we register manually, so the providers will equal to the credentials. If you use Google or GitHub or Facebook, you will use the different provider like this. So Google, GitHub, Instagram, blah, blah. But in this case, I just want to use the credentials. So you can go to the credentials, and then right here, you will see the providers equal to an array, and we have the credentials provider imported from this package. So I want you to follow this step. First, we will have the providers. Then we will go to the credential provider. We have the name, and then we have the credentials, have a username and password. So everything like this, and then we will have the async authorize function. Okay, so let's start it. First, in the object, we will have the provider. So provider equal to an array. And inside this array, we will have the credentials provider. So credential provider. This credential provider, go back to the documentation. I will copy this line, go back here, and paste it. Inside this object, we will have name equal to credentials. And then we will have the credentials, have the username. Okay, I want to remove this error. Let's go to the routes. And right here, let's import the options because we export const options here, right? So let's import the option from option. Okay, now go back here. We also need to have the authorize function. So we will have async authorize. And then inside, we will have the credentials. Okay, so the error removed for now. You will see in the credential, we will have the email. So I will change it to the email, label equal to email, the type equal to text, and we will have the password. Label is password, type equal to password. So this is the login form, right? Login form, we have the email and password. Now we will go to the async authorize function. Inside, we will have the credential. It means the form data. And the first thing is we need to check if the credentials.email or credentials.password is this or not. So if no is it, so we'll say credentials dot email or not credentials dot password. Then we will throw right here. We will throw new error. Right here we will say email and password are required like this. I will have one more bracket. Okay, then if we have an email and password, then we need to connect to database and then find the user. So I will say await connect to DB imported from library MongoDB. Then we will find the user. Const user equal to await. We will use the user model imported from models / user dot find one. So we will find the email equal to the credentials dot email. So right here, we already define the type of the credentials is an object, have an email and password. So this is the type for the credentials. And then we will go to credentials.email to check if is there any email in MongoDB have the same email on the form or not. So if we do not have a user, then we will throw new error, no user found. But if we find the user have that email, same with the form, then we will check the password. So we will compare the password. We will say const is match password equal to await, and then compare. So this compare imported from bcrypt.js. You can see here, compare import from bcrypt.js. So what we will compare? We will compare two password. The first password is the credentials.password, which is in the form on the client. And then the user.password here is in the database. If is match password, if not is match password, then we will throw the error. We will say password is incorrect, or we can say invalid password, same thing. But if the password is matched, so we just need to return the user. So we will return the user. And to remove the error, you see the credentials have other error, right? To remove it, you just need to have the question mark in the front. So question mark, because like it can be no as well. That's why we need to have the question mark in the front to remove all the error. Okay, so this is the function to sign in and sign out from Next Auth, because we have the provider, we have the type here, and we have async authorized. With the credentials is the form data on the client. And go back to the documentation, you choose the deployment. When the deployment, we need to add two more Next Auth secret and Next Auth underscore URL. So go down, because we will deploy on Vercel, right? So they say on Vercel, we can have the Next Auth secrets by using this command, or we can go to this link, and then they generate a random random string for us for the Next Auth secrets. And they say you do not need the Next Auth underscore URL. So we just need only the Next Auth secret. I will copy it. But because we didn't deploy on the Vercel first, we are on the localhost. So we need to pass two keys, Next Auth secret and Next Auth underscore URL. When we deploy on the Vercel, we will delete the Next Auth underscore URL later. Go to .env file. Right here, I will say Next Auth underscore secret equal to, and Next Auth underscore URL equal to localhost 3000. Next Auth underscore secret, again, we can go to this link and copy the string. Paste it here. Go back to the route, the option. And below the provider, we will have the secret. And we will process.env. Process.env dot, go back and copy the key name. Paste it here. Now we will go back to the auth form file, and then we will start having the login function. So this is the function when the type equal to register. Right here, I will say if type equal to login. Then we will have the response equal to await, and then we will have a sign in. Sign in function imported from next.auth/react. Right here, we will need to pass the name of the provider, which is credential. And inside the object, we will say data. So this is the data from the form, and redirect equal to false. If response not okay, then we will push to the home page. Else, we will have the toast error, and we will say invalid credentials. Right here, to avoid the error, we can say if we do have the response, and the response that's okay, or else we will have the toast error like this. And make sure we have the sign in function import from next.auth/react. Now I will try to log in. So I will have my email. And then right here, I will say, I will type the wrong password, not the correct one. So I will have the wrong password, and let's try to click. So you will see we have the toast here, invalid credentials. So that's good. or I will have the wrong email. Let's see what happened. Let's watch. Same thing, invalid credentials, perfect. So I will just fix the email and then fix the password. Click. Perfect. It leads us to the home page. So our register and login functions are doing perfectly. One thing I want to show you is I want to protect the home page and everything, like home page and the list page. Like if there is no user login, the home page or any other page cannot like rendering. They have to go back to the login page to login. So only when we do have the user login, then we can go to the home page or the other page. In order to do that, in the root directory, we will create a new file called middleware.ts. And inside, we will import with auth. So import with auth from Next Auth / middleware. And right here, we will export default with auth with auth. And inside the function, right here, we will have the pages. And the pages for sign in equal to login. And now we will protect the page. So we will say export const config equal to an object, and we will have the matcher. Inside this matcher, we will have other routes we need to protect. So you can go to the root, and then now you will see first we have the home page. So one slash. The second is we will have the my list here. So I will say my list. Have a slash, okay? So the first one is a home page, so it's one slash only. The second is the my list page. If you see in the root, in the root folder here, my list. So I would say slash my list. The third one is the search. So I would say slash and then search and then slash calling path and start. So everything after the search, we will also protect as well. So for example, like we search the movie like Marvel, right? So we can protect slash search slash Marvel. Or we also protect slash search slash comedy. So anything after the search, we also protect it as well. So this is how we protect our website, our route. And in order to check, we need to have the logout function, right? So go to the navbar component. We will have the sign out function. After the use effect, I will say const handle logout equal to a function, and inside we will import the sign out function from next.auth / react like this. And then we will use the callback URL. So we will say callback URL equal to the login page like this. So when we log out, it will lead us to the login page. And we need to add this function inside the logout link here. So I will have the on click and I will pass the handle logout function. Now we will try to log out. I will go to the profile icon and then log out. Perfect, it leads us to the login page. So now, for example, I want to go to the home page again. So I will have this link and enter. It's not allowed. See, it's not allowed us to go to the home page. And it still call back. You can see like call back URL to the login page again. For example, I go to the my list. Enter. Oh yes, you can see it's not allowed to go. Or we go to the search. Marvel. Perfect. So that's it how we protect our routes. Now I will log in again. Perfect. Okay, so let's continue to create the my list. We will add the movie to the list by click the movie. And then right here, we will have the icon, the button to add to list. So in the model, this is the model component, right? In the model component, we need to get the user who log in. In order to get the user who log in, we need to create an API route, and then we will do the use effect to trigger the function. Go to the API folder, create a new folder called user, and make sure the user need to belong to the API folder, not belong to the auth folder. So right here, we can see API including auth and including user. In the user, we will take the email, right? In the route, we will get the email and then we will use the email to find the user in MongoDB. That's why I will create a new folder, put it in a square bracket because this bracket will be a param. I will put the email inside. Now we will create the route.ts. Right here, I will export const get equal to async function. And we will take the request. The request will have the type equal to next request imported from next/server. Then we also have the params. So the params, write that, and let's have the type for the params. So right here, we will say params have the type email equal to string. Inside, we will have try and catch. Error. The error I just consulted log, and I will throw new error. So new error. I will put in the dynamic string, fail to get user and error dot message. Error. Right here, we need to have the type equal to any. Yeah, the type is above right here, any. So in Chime, first we need to await connect to DB, and then const email equal to params. So we destructure the params. Then we will const user equal to await and use the user model dot find one. Then we will find the email equal to email. So the email in the MongoDB equal to the email we take from the params. And then we need to populate the favorites. So dot populate the favorites. Actually, like we don't have the model to populate, sorry. In this time, we have a like API outside, like outsource, not the API we created. So we just need to find the user, and then if not user, we will throw new error, user not found. Otherwise, we will return new response and the status equal to 200. So we will return the user. Now let's go to the model component. Okay, so right here, we need to have the email. So how we can get the current user, the user who is online? For Next Auth, we can use the use section. That's why right here, I will get const user equal to use section imported from, sorry, it's not const user, const data and section like this equal to use section, and use section imported from next-auth/react. In order to use section, we need to have the auth provider. So in the context, create a new file called auth provider.tsx, and inside this, we will import session provider from next-auth/react. Then we will const auth provider equal to children. So we will pass the children inside, and this children, we will have the type. So children, the type equal to React dot React Node. Inside the function, we will return session provider, and you can delete this. So we will return the section provider component, and then we will pass the children inside. So we need to wrap everything, like we need to wrap all the application inside the auth folder. So that's why we can access the auth folder. So we can access the session provider, and we can access the current user who is logging everywhere, everywhere in our application. That's why in the layout, right here, we need to wrap everything inside the auth provider. Okay, and we need to import it. So on the top, I will import like this auth provider. Oh yeah, we didn't export, sorry, that's why. So we need to export default auth provider. So let's go back to the layout. I will import the auth provider. And you can see we wrap auth provider for the whole thing. Here, right here, we pass the children. That's why in the auth provider, we wrap the children inside the session provider. So again, I will explain you why we have to wrap everything inside the session provider, because we can access the current user everywhere on the application. That's it, very simple. That's why we need to wrap everything inside the auth provider. And do the same thing for this layout as well. So all the layout is better to have the auth provider. So we will have an auth provider in layout in the root folder, in the layout in the auth folder. Now let's close it. And in the model, now we can get the data. You can console.log the session, and you will see. So we have the error here. React context is unavailable in the server components. So in the auth provider, because we use the React context, right? That's why we need to use client. Use client. Now go back. Perfect. I will console.log. Oh yeah, because we have the use session in the model, right? So we need to click to the movie to have the model, then we will have the section here. So in the section, you will see we have the user, and inside the user, we will have the email. So we can have the email thanks to the use section by Next Auth. So right here, now I will get the user in the MongoDB, because only the MongoDB data, we will have the favorite list of the user. So I will say const get user equal to a async function. And inside, we will say const response equal to await fetch. Right here, we will fetch the route. The route is API slash user slash and the email, right? So we can say session !user!user!email. As I show you here, session, then go to user, then go to email. And we will say const data equal to await response.json. So right here on the top, we need to have const user, set user equal to use state and no in the beginning. So right here, we can have the user interface. So let me do the interface for user. We will have the email, username, and favorite. If you don't remember, you can go to the model. So right here, we have username, email, and favorite. So we have a user, have an email, username, and favorite. And this is an array, including all the string inside, because we will store all the movie ID inside this array. So right here, we say number, right? So you can change back to number. not a string like this. Okay, so after we get the data, we will set the user equal to data. And I recommend we use the loader because like when they have the session, it takes time for the like Next Auth to load the section. So if they so in the beginning the session is not loaded yet, we will have the loader components like the circle and then running around like this. Otherwise it will give us an error. So I will have const loading and set loading equal to use state and false in the beginning. Sorry, true in the beginning. And then we need to have the loader components. In the components, create the new file called loader.tsx. You can go to the GitHub link below and then copy and paste the code. So I already pasted here. It's just the CSS, or the Tailwind CSS. Okay, so now after we set the user equal to data, then we will set the loading equal to false. We can do try and catch here. I will put everything inside try and then for the catch, I will console.log the error. So it will be easy for us whenever we have an error. Okay, so now we will use effect to trigger the get user function. So I only use trigger this function only when we do have the section. So if we have the section, then we will get the user. We will not get the user if the section is not loaded, finished loading, because we will get the error at the email here. Then I put the section inside the dependency array. And how we know that movie is already in the list or not. So one more thing, we need to have the is favorite. Below the user, I will have a const is favorite equal to false in the beginning. And then when we set the user equal to data, then we can decide if that movie is favorite or not. So we will set is favorite. Then we can say data dot favorites. This means like user. Data equal to user. So data dot favorite includes the movie dot ID. So the movie in the block here, dot movie. Or we can also do another way. Like we will find the item. So each item equal to the number, right? Have the type equal to number. And then the item inside the favorites here equal to movie.id. So we have two ways to decide set is favorite. And then go down to the icon. So right here, right? Add to list. So we will question mark here. So if is favorite, then we will have the remove circle. So I will add the add circle inside the second case. And inside the first parenthesis, I will add the remove circle. Remove circle imported from icons material. So you will see is favorite question mark. Then we will have the remove circle because this is in the list. So it needs to be removed if you want to. Otherwise, if it's not in the list, we will add it to the list. The same class name, so I will just copy and then paste it here. So now we need to do the function for handle the list, right? Add to list or remove from the list. So let's go back to the route here. I will have another function, export const host equal to, I will just copy the whole thing here. Because we have to find the user anyway. So right here, when we have the user, then we will say const movie ID equal to await request.json. This one we will take from the body. And then we will say const is favorite equal to user dot favorites, including the movie ID. And then if favorite, then we will remove So we will user.favorite equal to user.favorite. We will use the filter function to remove the ID. So we will filter only the ID different than the movie ID. So in the beginning, it's equal, right? So including mean like the ID equal to the movie ID. But to filter, because we remove it, that's why we will use the difference. So which ID different than the movie ID, we will keep it. And which ID equal, we will remove it. Otherwise, we just need to push the movie ID into the list. That's why we say user.favorite.push. After we do all these things, we need to save the user. Otherwise, it will not save. After we save, then we will just return the user. Same thing. Now, go back to the model. So right here, I will have the function handle list, const handle my list equal to async function. And inside we'll still have a child and catch. In catch, we just need to console that log. Fail to handle my list like this. And then error. In child, now we will fetch the API route. Const response equal to awaits. And then we will fetch the API / user, and then same thing here. Same thing like this. Because we go to the same API route. Look, it in the same route. It's just different method. This one is get and this one is post. That's why right here we will say method equal to post and body equal to JSON.string define. We need to pass the movie ID. Remember in the route we say const movie ID here, right? Equal to await request.json. That's why we need to pass the movie ID equal to movie.id inside the body, And the header here is optional, but it's not necessary, but it's good to have it. Then after we get the response, then continue const data equal to await response.json and const set user equal to data. And again, set favorites equal to same thing here. I just need to copy and paste it. We need to recheck again, right? So this time we just need to get the user. So this is the stage before we do the action, and this is the stage after we do the action. So we need to set the user again and then set each favorite again after the action. Okay, now right here in the return, again, I want to have the loader component to avoid the error when the section is loading. So if the section is loading, we will have the loader component. After the section is loaded, then we will use the effect to get the user. Then we will have everything here. Import the loader from loader file. And right now we need to add the function into the button. So I will say on click equal to handle my list. Same thing for add circle. Okay, I know it's kind of like complicated, but I will explain again. So let me copy the whole thing here. Below the get movie details, because this part, I will have the command like handle my list. Okay. So in order to handle my list, first we need to get the user, right? Why we need to get the user? Because we need to access the favorite list of the user. So in order to get the user, we will have this route, this function to get the user. So after we get the user, then we will set the user equal to data, and then we set each favorite equal to, like, check the item inside the favorites list. If is any item equal to the movie.id, then that movie is inside the list. Otherwise, that movie is not inside the list. So if the movie inside the list, we will get the remove circle. If not, we will have the add circle. And then now we need to do the function to like add or remove, right? So we create this one to handle add or remove item, add or remove the movie into the list or outside or from the list or remove from the list. So go back here. We will have the handle my list. We will fetch the API route. And then again, we will set the user to the new data. And we will set its favorite to the new data as well. After we have the handle my list function, we need to add that function into the icon like this. Okay. Now I will console.log the user. Console.log the user. Let's go to the website. I will restart again. And I will have the console right here. It's nothing because only we click the model. Only we trigger the model components, then the data will be appear here. So let's click the movie. Perfect. So you can see user is known. Why? Because the section is loading. When the section is loading, we cannot get the user, correct? That's why we need to have the loader. If we don't have the loader and then the section is loading, we cannot get the user. It will give us error. Then when the section is finished the loaded, then we will get the user information. We will have the email, the favorites, and because why I have to do all these things, like I have to fetch the API route because this is the client component. So in the client component, we cannot do the server action, which is really short. If we do in server action, we don't have to fetch all these things. But because this is the client component, we have to do this method. We have to fetch the API route. Then we have to use effects here to trigger the function. I will delete. Okay. Okay, sorry, right here, I didn't have the user interface. I will have the user interface here. Oh, no. Okay. So actually, user interface is not compulsory, but I think it's good that we have the type for everything. Now we will start doing the my list page. So we will fetch all the movie we like into the my list page. And because the my list page is not the client component, like doesn't have the any state here, so we can do the server action. So in the action component, folder, create a new file called user.ts. And inside we will say export const fetch my list equal to a async function. And inside the function equal to await get server session imported from Next Auth. And then we need to pass the options imported from API, Auth, and Next Auth. So this option, this one. So we'll need to pass the whole options inside the get server section. So it's very simple and very short to in the server action to get the current user. And for the client component to get the session, you need to use session and you have to use the auth provider. Remember, we have an auth provider right here to wrap everything in the layout. It is used for the use section in the client component, but for the server, it's very simple. We just need to one line like this. And then if not session, question mark, dot user, question mark, dot email. Then we will throw new error. And we will say no user login. If we have the user login, then we will await connect to database. Const user equal to await user dot find one. We will find the email equal to session question mark dot user question mark dot email and import the user model. Then If not user, then we will throw a new error saying no user found. Otherwise, we will return the user favorite, dot favorite. So do you see how short and simple it is in the server action? And I show you in this project both server actions and the fetch API route for client component. So you can like be flexible and know how and why we need to use the server action when we use the fetch API route for client component. Go back to the page right here. We will say const my list equal to await, and what is the function name? Fetch my list, right? So we just need to copy and paste. Because we use await, so we need to have a async function, and we need to import the fetch my list function from action/user. Now we have the list of the movie ID we like. Now we need to get the movie details. In the model folder, go to the model folder. We get the movie details like this, the whole thing here. Like the way we get the movie details for the client component. But in the server component, it's very short and very simple. You don't need any state here. You don't need any video state, general state here. We can fetch directly. So let's go to the movie data. We will create the fetch movie details. So I will say const fetch movie details and const movie details equal to await and API get API response. Then look at this is the URL, right? So we slash movie and slash movie ID. Same thing here. Sorry, same thing here. Slash movie and slash movie ID. The ID will pass in the parameter here. And then what else? We also have the params append to response equal to video. Copy this and paste it here. We will get the same URL. The only thing is just the code. So for the client component, we have to do a lot like this, but in the server component, it's very short. So we just need one line like this. Then we just need to return the movie details. Go back to the page. Now I will go to each movie ID and then I will fetch movie details. So I will say const my list details equal to await promise all. Inside, I will have my list and then I will map. I will also have the async function for the fetch movie details. So inside, parameter will be movie ID. Const movie details equal to await. Fetch movie details imported from actions/movie data. And then we will pass the movie ID here. We need to have the type equal to number. And then return movie details. So again, we have the list of all the movie ID we save into the favorite list. And then we need to go to each movie ID inside that array, and we will fetch the movie details of that movie ID, and then return the data. Let's go to return section right here. Remember, we need to have the navbar. So I will have a tag, and I will have a navbar component. The navbar component imported from the components folder. And then we'll also have a div to fetch all the movie we like. So the class name here equal to list. Below, we will say my list details. Dot map, we will map each movie. And then inside, we will have the movie car with the key equal to movie.id and movie here equal to movie. If you want, you can have this type movie type from live /types. for the type of the movie here, because this one is the movie details. Okay. Now let's go back to our website, and then I will try to add this movie to the list. Close it. Add this movie to the list. Close it. Add this movie to. Okay, now let's check the my list page. So we have an error. Okay, it's because, sorry, in the URL here, I have a slash and I have a question mark. It doesn't have the slash here because this is the params, right? So we will have the question mark, no slash here. It will be same URL like you fetch in the model, like this, same. So same parts from here to the end, it will be same. You can copy and then you can paste it here. So let's go back. Perfect. Now we have all the movie we add, and then you can click. They will show the model. And just try this movie. Okay, perfect. So you can remove it, right? Remove. And you will see like it's still here. It doesn't disappear. When we remove, it should be disappear, right? You close it and it's still here. Only when you refresh the link, then it will disappear. I do again. Right here, you remove, it's still. Only when you refresh the link, then it will remove. So how we can remove it from the page immediately? Go back to the handle my list, and below the set is favorite. So after we fetch the API route to handle the list remove or add, right? We'll set the update the state for the user. We update the favorites for the movie, and then we need to do router dot refresh. So we need to have the router first. Go to the top, and I will say const router equal to use router and import use router from next navigation. Now scroll down to the handle my list. We will use router dot refresh. So you will refresh the router. So it will update immediately. We don't need to have to refresh the link manually. So go back here, and I will try to remove this movie. Remove it. Perfect. You see it disappeared immediately because the router is refreshed. So let's try again. Go back to home. Let's add this movie. Add. 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 Okay. Now go to my list and then remove. Remove. Perfect. It removed. Go here. Remove. Perfect. So as I say in the beginning, now we can fetch all the genders at the end of the application. So I will delete this line, and then I will have the genders here. So now if you go to the website and scroll down, you will see all the genders below. Continue to scroll down. Yes, we have so many genders. And we can scroll horizontal. Perfect. Perfect. Now I will show you deploy this project on Vercel. So go to vercel.com and you will log into your account. I will continue with my GitHub account. After you log in, you will add new and project. So right here, they say import Git repository. So you need to commit your project on GitHub. Let's go back to the project, and remember on the documentation, if you deploy on Vercel, you do not need Next Auth underscore URL. So I will delete this, and we will go to this commit. So the message will be first commit, and we will commit. Publish branch. So right here, we will publish to GitHub public repository. Choose public, and then it will publish to the GitHub. Now it's already successfully published. You can check by open on GitHub. But yes, it's already here. So now go back, and then you will see Hub just now imported. Scroll down, we will go to environment variables. And right here, we will copy and paste all the key. Go back to the .env file, copy the whole thing. Now go back here and then paste it. Then deploy. So it will take 1 to 2 minutes to deploy. Now, after deploy, we will congratulation page, and then continue to the dashboard. So this is our project successfully deployed. Continue to dashboard. So this is our link. Okay, click that. Now I want to register a new. I will register Sunny Hildeep Singh. Email Sunny Hildeep at gmail.com. Password, I will copy and paste it here. Remember, like if we join, it will say password must be between 5 and 20 characters with at least one special. So because I just copy the name and paste it here, I doesn't have any special character, so I will add special character and some number as well. Now join free. Perfect. So it will lead us to the login page. Now, if you want to go straight to the home page, enter. It's not allow me to go because I need to log in. So our protection for the routes is working. Now I will log into Sunny Hildeep account. Let's watch. Now it leads us to the home page. So all the movies and all the genres is here. Okay, so I want to go here. The model appear here is autoplay and mute. So if you want, you can unmute and enlarge. So it's working. Close it or you can add to the list. Close it. I will add another movie to the list as well. Add, add. Okay, now my list. Perfect. So we have 3 movies here. And then I want to remove this. Perfect, it disappeared. So I want to search the scary movie. So scary movie, search. Perfect. Let's try. So this one doesn't have the enough information. Let's try the first one. Okay, so the first one have all the information. So it depends on the API. Okay, close it. Now if I search something like doesn't have a results, like I will type the wrong typo. So scary like this, then search. So we will have no results because I misspell like this. So if there is no result, then we will have this title. Now I will log out. So it go back to the login page. I will log in again. I will log into my account. Perfect. Okay, congratulations everyone. I'm very glad that you got this Netflix clone along with me, and I hope you like this video. I hope you learn a lot from my tutorial, and see you in the next project.